ka naman kung meron kang speculative part of your portfolio. Yung nilalaro-laro mo lang.
Wala.
Talaga.
I've never invested in Bitcoin.
Walang crypto, walang NFT,
crypto. Yan ang niloko ko lagi sa misis ko. Pag nanonood kami ng all of these shows, tapos the news is Bitcoin falls, crypto falls. Lolokohin ko siya. Ano? Money in na ba tayo? Papasok na natin lahat ng educational fund ng mga bata sa Bitcoin.
No.
Kasi from 60,000, it plummeted to 30. 20. Ganyan. All in na natin. Tapos kakausapin ko yung mana ko. Pasok na natin lahat.
Sabi na, napapaliw na siguro si Daddy.
Never. Kasi, I always tell my clients, I'm such an old-fashioned investor. Direct. It's all about supply and demand. Kasi I'm an economist by training. So, simple lang. I put on the left side, who's the supplier of the investment.
Okay, so this is
supply.
how you do it.
Supply of number of shares. Or, where's the supply? Or art? Ilan ba yan? Bata pa ba yan? Prolific artist pa ba yan? Madaming supply. As they age, hindi na makapaint. Kumukuha na yung supply.
Okay. Gets.
So, doon po tumataas yung presyo. Yeah. So, itong what's happening to Ventura and Coson na napakabata pa and mas over 1 million na yung paintings nila. That's very unusual. That means talagang the demand went up. The supply is still going up, but the demand went up. Where's the demand coming from?
Saan nga?
It's from the foreign. Kasi nag-exhibit sa Taiwan, sa Germany, nagustuhan sila. So aside from the local buyers, may foreign. Parang stock market. What makes the stock market go up? Pag foreign inflows, portfolio money is coming in to buy, umaakit yung buong market. Di ba? Very similar.
Akala ko si
Fritz. Hindi naman. So it's always about supply and demand.
Okay. Any other compelling stock pick or investment for 2023 na dapat i-consider ng ating mga kababayan? Kababayan?
Okay, so one of the main beneficiaries of the weak peso story was our OFW.
Yes.
As the peso fell by 15%. So the peso is strengthening a bit as we end the year because corporate demand is going down. OFW remittances are accelerating since November. So nagsistrengthen. So most likely will end stronger, 56 to 57 level, then 59, 60.
Almost 60. Hindi naman.
Hindi. Di ba some were saying, papunta na yun sa 63, sa 68, o parang senior citizen na yung peso natin, di ba? Ganon, yung mga jokes natin. So, the OFWs were the winners because they had dollars, right? They will continue to benefit from the dollar in 2023, okay? Not as strong, okay, as 22, but because of the still wide current account deficit, the peso will still weaken. Okay? Not anymore to the 68 and 70.
Okay. So, mag-strengthen siya, pero mag-weaken pa.
Mag-weaken pa rin. Especially during the import season of the third quarter. The third quarter is the worst time to buy the dollar. It will always...
Tatandaan.
Yan.
Third quarter, huwag bumili ng dolyar.
Yes. Always yan. Any year.
Pwedeng bumili ng dolyar
Because,
sa kamag-anak na uuwi, tapos parating mo.
Kasi it's import season, so yung mga corporations nagbabayad ng import bill. They have to buy the dollar. When many of the companies are buying the dollar, mag-weaken yung peso.
Supply and demand.
Yes, supply and demand again. No? And then in the fourth quarter, kasi nagsasara na sila, di ba? They're winding down, wala na silang demand. Meanwhile, tumataas yung supply from the OFW. Dahil ka naman bibili when the peso is strong.
Pilipino talaga, meron pa rin attachment sa dollar.
Yes, whether there was a crisis, global or local, the foreign analysts would always say the peso will weaken and the OFWs will collapse. But because of the strong family connections of the Filipinos, they will never abandon their family.
Tama eh.
Whether it's ate
kahit
sending.
Kahit na pakahirap-hirap na sila rin magpapadala.
Or si nanay sending ikakalimutan ba ng nanay yung mga anak dito? Hindi mangyayari yun. Makakalimutan ba ni ate o ni kuya si nanay at tatay? Hindi mangyayari yun. No?
Pero di rin nila magigets yung the peso is weak because the dollar is strong.
Yeah, iba naman yan.
Kailangan
Iba
nila
yan.
isingit.
Kailangan isingit yun.
Kailangan isingit yun. Okay, so...
A wise young man once said.
Pero marami pa rin kasi, ordinary Filipinos, meron yan, like, let's say, $1,000, $2,000 in the bank.
Yes.
Ang lagi nilang tinatanong sa akin, dapat ba ibenta ko na? Dapat ba bilhin ko?
Okay.
Ano in general?
In general,
Response.
it's about diversification. Okay, Salve, for your viewers, it's about diversification. It's not a zero-sum game na all or nothing ang investing.
Yes.
No? Kailangan diversify.
Oo.
So it's not, bebenta ko na ba lahat ng dolyares ko o ikikip ko?
Keep.
Hindi, always keep something. No? Kasi, for the OFWs, ang base currency nyo is dollar. No? Ang currency of expenses nyo is peso. Diba? So, you have to keep both in your portfolio. Okay? So, next question is, anong gagawin sa dolyares?
Oo nga, saan nila
Okay. So, again, it depends who they are. No? Gaano kadami yan. So, again, simple idea number 1 was take advantage of the high time deposit rates. When you look at the US Treasury yields, it's an inverted yield curve. Meaning, mas mataas sa short, 6 months to 2 years, kaysa sa 10 years. The 10 years now is at 3.7. The 6 month to 2 years, it's at 4 to 4.6. Okay?
Doon ka na.
So, if you're a billionaire, like Salve,
sana nga, sana.
who can invest,
Angel ka sana.
who can invest like $200,000 per US Treasury, then buy the US Treasury. So,
the short term. Buy
short
the
term. Short term muna. Kasi inverted eh. Okay? Kasi nga papusok sila sa recession. Diba?
Ayaw mag-lock in yung mga
Now, kung maliliit lang yung dollars nyo, dollar time deposit or dollar money market fund. Meron rin kami. Kasi we've got it all.
Talaga
We've
for
got it
you.
all for you. Diba?
Dapat magbayad na SMI ang video nito.
Diba? Lahat na papasok natin yan.
Tama, lahat papasok.
So, yun, di ba? Simple idea lang.
Yes.
No? Na doable.
Oo.
Okay? As long as they have the mechanisms in place. Meaning, bukas na yung mga accounts nila. Then they can do that.
Aside from financial instruments, unless you have compelling pa, ano yung mga pwedeng paglaanan ng pera?
Kasi siyempre kami, fund managers, we always look at bonds and equities. Right? Why? Because our institutions allow us to get into those instruments. Okay? In the real world, there are what we call alternative investment outlets. And pati mga viewers mo, alam na nila yan. Property, for instance. Diba? Ang first dream of any family is to have their own house.
Right.
So it starts with a lupa, and then nagiging bahay ang lupa. Diba?
Yes.
Or kung
Farmland yung iba.
preference ng iba is condo. And it starts sa 2 million, and then it goes sa 3 to 5 million, and then pataas na yan hanggang whatever. 350 or 450,000 per square. Diba? So,
BGC.
so property is one of the alternative investments. No? So, portfolio allocation, diba? I talk about diversifying or diversification. It's always a good idea in general.
Na iba-iba.
So, don't put all your money in property. Don't put all your money in time deposit as an extreme.
Don't put all your money in one egg. Kasi
Yes.
diba merong itlog na nilalagyan ng pera sa loob?
Yes. Diba? Yeah, I talked to you about that in your other show. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
Yeah, parang yung concept ng Easter egg hunting, di ba? Nung
Kung
bata
sa lahat naman.
nung bata pa yung mga anak ko, yan, tinuturuan ko yan. Papa, pahingi ng lahat ng basket. Or isang basket na malaki.
Doon pa lang tinuruan mo,
Sabi ko,
don't put all your eggs.
Bibigyan namin maliliit na basket.
Alright.
Sabi ko, pag napuno mo yan, balik ka dito sa table. And then I'll give you another. So don't put literally, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Or Rose Fausto says, have several pots of gold in her book.
Yes.
So, nung kinikwento ko ito, sabi ko, ikaw nagturo sa akin, don't put all your, in
have several
pots of gold. So, That's the concept of diversification. Ikakalat mo. Okay.
Magbabagong reveal tayo. So, kung 5 to 10% ang art, ilang percent yung equities, tsaka ilan yung bonds, ilan yung...
So, and I've answered this also in public. So, I'm still young. And definitely, I was younger when I was before BDO, no? So, I was a bit aggressive in my asset allocation. Kasi the younger you are, the more risk you can take. Because even if the market goes like down in 2022,
hindi ka pa retired, pwede ka
you have 10 more years to make it up, di ba? The contrast was my 88-year-old mom na I said, tinanggal ko na siya sa risk assets.
Okay, no more equities.
Kasi 88 na eh. Di ba?
Kailangan niya ng
Kailangan na yan, di ba? So, again, to go back to your question, how much is in equities? I put like 30 to 40% in equities.
The rest?
And in local and global now. Yes.
Okay. And then the
I've
property.
been practicing what I've been saying in my own personal portfolio.
So, kunwari 40, tapos 5 to 10,
Yeah.
meron ka pang 50.
50.
Saan nakalagay yung 50?
So, I have property. You'll see. So, yeah, hindi ko masyadong minamark to market yung property. No, but if I do, magja-jump ngayon siya. Because again, I invested very early. Diba? So, madami sa mga bonus na nakukuha ko when I was much younger, while my colleagues would travel to Europe or even my siblings, ako, binibili ko yan.
No? Ano, Roland?
Lupa. Gusto ko may TCT.
Ayaw mong condo.
Wala akong condo investment.
Puro lupa.
Why? Because property is a long-term investment, di ba? You make your good money after 15, 25 years. In any of the properties that I bought. The jump came after 2 decades. So, meaning, I'm actually investing not for me.
For your kids.
But for my sons. Correct?
The two kids
di ba? So, if it's for them, then it has to be something that I can physically and documentarily transfer to them, which is Roland. Di ba? So,
So,
yeah.
that's 50% of your...
Yes,
mga
45. And then, meron akong a little in bonds and money market.
Umamin ka naman kung meron kang speculative part of your portfolio. Yung nilalaro-laro mo lang.
Wala.
Talaga.
I've never invested in Bitcoin.
Walang crypto, walang NFT,
crypto. Yan ang niloko ko lagi sa misis ko. Pag nanonood kami ng all of these shows, tapos the news is Bitcoin falls, crypto falls. Lolokohin ko siya. Ano? Money in na ba tayo? Papasok na natin lahat ng educational fund ng mga bata sa Bitcoin.
No.
Kasi from 60,000, it plummeted to 30. 20. Ganyan. All in natin. Tapos kakausapin ko yung mga pasok na natin lahat.
Sabi na, napapaliw na siguro si Daddy.
Yeah. So, never. Kasi, I always tell my clients, I'm such an old-fashioned investor. Direct. It's all about supply and demand. Kasi I'm an economist by training. So, simple lang. I put on the left side, who is the supplier of the investment?
Okay, so this is
supply.
How you do it.
Supply of number of shares. Or, where's the supply? Or art? Ilan ba yan? Bata pa ba yan? Prolific artist pa ba yan? Madaming supply. As they age, hindi na makapaint. Kumukonto na yung supply.
Okay. Gets.
So, doon po tumataas yung presyo. Yeah. So, itong what's happening to Ventura and Coson na napakabata pa and nas over 1 million na yung paintings nila. That's very unusual. That means talagang the demand went up. The supply is still going up but the demand went up. Where's the demand coming from?
Saan na?
It's from the foreign. Kasi nag-exhibit sa Taiwan, sa Germany, nagustuhan sila. So aside from the local buyers, may foreign. Parang stock market. What makes the stock market go up? Pag foreign inflows, portfolio money is coming in to buy, umaakit yung buong market. Di ba? Very similar.
Akala ko si
Fritz. Hindi naman. Yan. So, it's always about supply and demand.
Okay. So, is that your biggest lesson for on investing in 2022?
So, if we will look at 2022 in hindsight, what was the best investment? Time deposit. And dollar. And oil. Ha? But who of us naman can buy oil?
Oo.
Hindi naman nangyayari yon. Who of us can buy the dollar or how bought the dollar? Meron. Even your OFW customers. Check. Diba? But could a Marvin Fausto or a Fritz Ocampo sell all our 1.2 trillion and put it in time deposit? It will never happen. So what's the lesson? Still diversification. Okay? Keep calm. In a crisis, keep calm, number one. Try to be nimble and have cash. Yan ang best lessons of 2020.
Thank you. That wraps up our interview. Saan ilalagay ang pera sa 2023? Nakita nyo na ang bahay. Nakita nyo si Birdie. Lahat ng yun nalaman niya kay Birdie. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat.
Visiting.
It's such an honor to be here. Thank you. See
you
guys.
soon.